reincarnation, or when we believe in this, the souls are immortal. Only our body is mortal, or go away. And so, in this time of the Second World War, around the beginning of the 20th century, a lot of knowledge came out from the nothingwhere, from the nowhere. And I know that the so-called Nazis, they were in contact with Buddhistic monks from Tibet. And so they have got knowledge apart from the usual knowledge, because up till this time, only the Jewish people were in the position to go back to the olden times till Atlantean times. And so I think that what it came out in the end of the 19th century was the release of very old knowledge which was covered up till this time. And they found it, and also some of the spirits had been incarnated in some of the leaders, either of the Nazis or whatever. And so this was the way it came out, all the disaster. But I do not know exactly this. That what they have done, the Germans to this time, they had a connection to these monks, Buddhistic monks from Tibet. And these monks, they have a knowledge nobody had it before in Europe, except the Jewish people. To this time, the Islam or the Muslims was very little, because the Islam during the centuries has pushed down the old knowledge from the beginning of Islam. Like in Andalusia, in Spain, high quality of technology. So in this time, the survived Atlanteans, in my opinion, got in contact to the German leaders to this time, to this group, around Hitler. But the Anunnaki, the so-called the split away part, the terrorists, they got in contact to them. And so they supplied them with knowledge, which had been advanced to the United States and to England about 50 or 60 years. But within the other part, the dark power was on the side of the Germans, and the white power to this time was on the side of the British people, or French, whatever. No? So, and then, but in Germany there was still a little part of the white power as well. And they have made the exploration to the Antarctica. And they found a base still there from time of Atlantis. And this base is still there nowadays. And no one is allowed to enter. Has nothing to do with the people in the beginning of the 20th century. They found it in accident. And after the war, I think it was in 1947, a fleet of the United States Army or Navy went to the Antarctica, and they got bloody heads.
Yeah.
And then we can continue in present time in Iraq with Saddam Hussein.
What happened to the body of Gilgamesh?
Gilgamesh is a story.
Well, didn't they find his body? They located his tomb.
No. Gilgamesh was a human being in a high level.
So he was a demigod?
And he wants to be immortal, and he couldn't get, because it was not his destiny. This is just a story to explain that you shouldn't looking forward to something you are not allowed and you are not made to. This is just a story.
Okay.
But there are so many. Like Alexander the Great, he was looking the same thing to be. And what he is depicted as not the son of his father, but the son of a god. Or Caligula, the Roman Empire. He was the same. Descent from Kali. Kali-Kula. Descent from Kali, the Indian goddess. But Kali is no one else than Ashtatara in another aspect.
You're kidding me. Really?
And so all the clue or my knowledge come from the knowing of Proto-Sanskrit language. Because when you get known of the original meaning of a word, you can find everything around. And that what in the Antarctica they are still there. We have to go.
Ashtatara.
Yeah, we have to go back to this level of energy.
So mantra practice gets you there.
Yes.
What else gets you there? What methods do you know of that can get you to that energetic level?
I think you need to be aware of certain spirituality, and then you can go back to this type of energy. But our planet goes back to this energy as well, and we go back, or we go in the way like our planet is going in this way. Alchemy means to change one element into another. And you can, that what I said, that I am a spiritual alchemist. I want to change certain, or the frequency, a certain frequency in another higher one. Or it means our cell needs to be changed into other condition that the cell can take higher frequency energy.
Okay, so how do you
this
do
means
that?
Like they want to change from plumbum into gold or whatever. With the pushing in speed of our planet, the frequency here in Malta is increasing to higher level, and this means in the end, people who are living here and run in a spiritual way, they can change the condition of their cells into a higher level, and so they will survive, and all the other will go away, like it is predicted. But in my opinion, you do not have to do all these things. If you start in mind to get a higher level, to a higher conscious, you get it automatically. This is always, but humans need to have rituals to do something. And this is Qigong and what you have, or yoga. These are only a type of ritual to do this. But if you are in a higher level of consciousness, you do not need this anymore. You have it automatically. Just to be present, that's all. Believe me, this is. So I do not need all that things around, but I know that most of the people, 95% of the people, they need some rituals in order to get satisfaction. Even each religion, custom or whatever is type of rituals. People need it. And so people who are priests, They know what the people need, the believer, and so they do something to make this, to bring the people in satisfaction. Even you go to Mass in the cathedral, what you get with the frankincense burnt, and you have it in your nose, and so. And when you go in a scientist way, like I go, I do not have that much followers because there are no rituals and so. I think. But I try to do it because I know in my little group now I have rituals are necessary to get satisfaction.